What's up, my kings, queens, and trolls of YouTube? This is your girl, Queen C, and your girl, Queen C, is pissed all the way the hell off. So I was on my way to do my friend a favor, and basically, while I was on my way there, the middle school in my neighborhood was letting out. Okay, cool. So I see the kids walking down the street, and I see this little girl and this boy, and the boy is just squeezing on the little girl's butt, squeezing on her boobs. I'm talking about like 7th and 8th graders, squeezing on her boobs and just you know, basically filling her up, and she's backing it up like it's cute. And I wanted to get out my car. I want to stop, get out my car, and straight snatch that little girl's back off. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I ain't know whether to be mad, sad, you know, to be honest with you, I'm just all of the above, because I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, what in the world makes you think that it's cute for some boy to be grabbing your breasts, grabbing your butt, filling you up while you're walking home from school? Now, I got two daughters. My oldest daughter is 20. I talk to my daughter about sex. I talk to my daughter about boys doing things to her and being fast and being easy. I talked to her about all that kind of stuff, and I told her, if you don't believe what I'm saying because I'm old and I'm corny to you, just watch your friends do it. And as you watch your friends do it, I want you to keep an eye on how the boys treat your friends after, you know, they get to have their way with them and stuff like that. And sure enough, my daughter took heed to what I was saying, and that's why she's 20 years old, in college, working, and I ain't got no grandbabies in the house, because I kept it real with my daughter, and I talked to my daughter. And I don't mean I just sat her down like, sweetie, we have to have a talk. No, I made it my point to do my due diligence to talk to my daughter constantly about that kind of stuff. Now, I ain't trying to beat her in the head every day, but you know, every time I felt moved to say something to my daughter, I said it. Every time I felt compelled to remind my daughter about the diseases that are out there, I said it. Now, you know, these kids, they be slick and they be doing little things, and that's why, you know, sometimes you gotta just sneak up on them. Sometimes you gotta just go and just watch. If your child walks home from school, take a half a day from work, take yourself to the school and watch what your daughter and your son does when they're leaving from school. Because it takes two to tango. So I'm not just talking about daughters, but I'm talking about the young men too. You know, I don't know who got y'all thinking it's okay to be grabbing girls' boobs and breasts and stuff like that, but when you sneak into somebody's house and your ass gets shot, then everybody be like, oh, well, the parent didn't have to shoot him, the parent didn't have to do that, the parent didn't have to do that. But that's what's going on. These kids, they get out from school, the parents are still at work, the girls and the boys are sneaking in each other's houses, and they doing little nasty stuff that'll eventually ruin your damn life. And that's right, I said ruin your life, because you mess around and become a teenage parent. Your life is over, because it's not about you anymore, it's about that child. And then usually, young ladies, you're the ones that get stuck with the babies, because he's not mature enough to be a father. He's not mature enough to say that he wants to be with you forever. So you end up stuck with his baby, and this is a young man that you'll probably end up hating by the time you reach adulthood, because your asses was fast. Slow down. It's not cute, it's not attractive. I know the videos, the songs, and all that kind of stuff make y'all think sexy is the thing to be, ignorant is the thing to be, petty is the thing to be, but I'm telling y'all gonna mess around and ruin your lives. You're gonna mess around and ruin your lives. You know, it's so many examples out here that have grown up in a world without social media that you guys can now see and ask, and they will tell you when they got pregnant as teenagers, life was terrible. Life was rough. When they were promiscuous as teenagers, life was terrible. Life was rough. Life is already rough. Growing up is already rough. You know what I'm saying? So don't make it any worse by being the girl that'll now be slut shamed and called all kind of thoughts and stuff like that, because you publicly letting boys feel on you. You know what I mean? And we live in a world today where the young men, you know, they get pats on the back for doing nasty little stuff to girls. But girls, from when my grandma was a child all the way up until now, you're always looked at as a hoe when you start giving it up fast and you start doing all kind of little nasty things with boys. You don't have to be having sex. You could be, you know, doing favors, performing oral sex. My God, that's disgusting. Lollipops, young ladies, lollipops. That's the only thing you should be putting in your mouth is lollipops. Don't let these boys coerce you into, you know, doing things for them on the pretense that they're going to like you, that you're going to be their girlfriend, that you're going to, you know, be able to you know, be protected by this boy, or like he loves you and stuff like that. Kids are indecisive. Y'all are indecisive. One minute y'all want to be one thing, the next minute you want to be something else. It's the same thing with relationships. A boy is not a man. Men make smart decisions. Men respect their ladies. Boys do not make smart decisions. Their mind is still growing. Their mind is still developing. And you young girls out there that, you know, don't understand that and think because a boy shows you a little bit of attention that you all of a sudden supposed to give him some booty, you need to get some damn sense into your head, because the stuff that you're doing right now is not the stuff that you will want to see your daughter doing. If your daughter was you walking down the street and you seen some boy feeling on your daughter's breast and her butt and stuff like that, you already be ready to beat the hell out of your daughter. Just the thought of it will make you think, if I caught my child doing that, I would beat my child's ass. So with that being said, don't do nothing that you wouldn't want your daughter to do. Don't do nothing that you wouldn't want your son to do. And young men, don't do nothing to a young lady that you wouldn't want a young man to do to your daughter. Y'all gotta be smarter. I know life is, you know, fun. You want to have fun. You want to grow up. You want to be free in the world and all that kind of stuff in your childhood. But things of a sexual nature are not things that young children should be indulging in. That's how mistakes happen. That's how teenage pregnancy happens. That's how dropping out of school and making $5.05 an hour flipping burgers happens, because y'all want to be play grown, but y'all don't want to take on grown responsibilities. And then when you do end up in an adult situation, you don't even have the qualifications to be able to go out there and get a job that's going to help you take care of your kids. So then you know what happens? You end up standing on a corner selling some type of drugs, or you end up not being able to further your education because now you stuck at a fast food chain, dropping fries in the basket and all that kind of stuff, all because you call yourself having a relationship. That's right, I said a relationship. It ain't a relationship, because y'all too damn young to have any type of relationships. All y'all doing is having relationships. You lay down, you do what you do, and you get up and you move on. And y'all need to cut it the hell out. The shit is not cute. I was so mad, yo. I could have snatched these kids up and literally gave them some old school ass whoopings. If I ever saw my daughters doing something like that, I would hope that somebody knows where I stash my bail money, because they would have to get me out of jail. This foolishness is sad. It's sad. And these parents, they don't think that they have to talk to their children. They don't think that they have to be specific. They don't think that, you know, taking that time to sit their sons and daughters down and tell them about the do's and the don'ts of their bodies and stuff like that. They don't take the time to do it. And these kids is out here running amok. They out here having sex. There's girls out here right now that, I'm not going to say how old I am, but like I said, I'm old enough to have a 20-year-old daughter. And with that being said, it's girls out here that haven't even fully become grown women that have had more sex partners than me. And that's a shame. That's a sad shame. You use and abused and wearing yourself out before you even become an adult to make adult decisions. I'm going to need y'all to cut it the hell out. I'm going to need y'all to get a grip. I'm going to need y'all to just wake up and guard your body. Save something. Save something for yourself, because when you give it away, you're not going to be able to get it back. You're not going to be able to get it back. And it's bad enough, you know what I'm saying, you got to worry about these adult perverts and stuff like that trying to take it, but here you are ready to give it away to somebody stupid who might not even be guaranteed to want you in 2 weeks or even the next day. Like, stop it. Have some decorum. Have some self-respect. Like, your body is your temple. You don't just let no random boy just come up and squeeze your breast. If that was me, and when I was that age, I was known for kicking boys in their balls. Touch me if you want to. You was going to get rocked right in your balls, straight up. I'm sure the boys that I went to school with remember they probably have gotten kicked in the balls by me about a couple of times, because again, boys are going to be fresh at times, but they're only going to do to you what you allow them to do to you. And after a while, them boys boys knew they didn't want to feel their balls ringing, so they didn't touch me inappropriately. I didn't play those types of games. You can't touch my body. Like, I was too cute for all of that. My self-esteem was off the charts. Like, don't touch me. Don't do that kind of stuff to me. If you can get away with doing it to her, that's between y'all, but you're not going to feel up on me. Plain and simple. You young ladies have to value yourselves, because if you don't value yourself, nobody else is going to value you, especially to you young black ladies out there. Nobody else is going to value you if you don't value yourself. We have to value ourselves. And then once you value yourself, I'm telling you right now, because the same thing applies to me. The same boys that wanted you back then will want you when you become an adult. I still see guys that I went to school with and they try to holler. Now, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm married, I'm good, but at the same time, like I said, they value you more when you keep to yourself and you don't let them have their way with you. When you let them have their way with you, they have no respect for you, and your name and that legacy will follow you. It will follow you into adulthood. People will be reminiscing, having stories about the stuff that you let them do to you back when you were young. Knock it the fuck off. Please save yourself, value yourself. That's all I got for right now. I'm mad. Now I'm gonna have a talk with my daughter again, because every time I see some foolishness, it inspires me to have that talk with my daughter again, because I will get on their nerves. I will drive them crazy, but whatever I can do to save my babies and their virginity, that's what I'm going to do. If you guys want to email me at queenchrisshonda@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe, like me on Facebook at the Queen C-Hive, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Queen Chrishonda. Princesses, value yourself. Peace from the C-Hive.